All right, guys. So I want to do certain videos. So my thoughts on the Arrowverse ending, and I'll do a separate video talking about the Flash. Um, it's been a good run, but all good things have to come to an end, and this shit has to come to an end. Um, I'll be quite honest with you. I enjoyed this universe when it first started. I enjoyed Arrow season 1 a lot. I enjoyed a hell of a lot of season 2. Holy shit. And then it had some ups, and then it had a lot of downs. When they brought in Prometheus, I said, "Oh, this is cool." But the show was running on fumes at the time. It was running out of stuff to do. Then the Flash came in, and I will talk about the Flash in a separate video because I got a lot to say about the Flash. Um, it was okay for a little bit, but the same thing ran its course. But like everything in media in Hollywood, it it got told agenda driven wokeness, and it got to the point where it was a shell of itself. They stopped telling stories and start sending messages. I believe it happened too. Where it was one of the guys, I forgot his name, Andrew something. He was hit with sexual harassment or something like that on a workplace, and everybody came out and said he did this and did that, and they were happy he was gone. When he left, the show started getting worse. I remember, and I was like, okay, so I could tell he was more than just a sexual harasser. He was actually a writer and a person who kept the glue together. Because Supergirl had their own agenda, and I mean, because when it first started, you already knew what they were pushing for Supergirl, but it wasn't so bad. Season 1 was okay. Season 2 was like, Season 3 was like, okay. 4 was like, now you're going somewhere I don't want you to go, and then we got to where we got to later, and it became just too much. It was just pushing an agenda. Flash, the same way. But Flash had a lot of other issues that I want to talk about in a separate video. That's why I said I got to save the Flash for a little bit. But I did enjoy the Arrowverse for what it was. It just kind of lost its way. The writing was kind of bad at times. Arrow's biggest problem, and I will talk about Arrow in here, was Felicity. They wanted to put, Elicity. And I was that person. I'm like, yay, push Felicity, yeah, push it, just, I didn't sound like that, but I was like, yeah, push it. As long as that shit, push it, because it makes more sense for him to be with her anyway. Not knowing what the fuck I was about to get myself into, it was just, let's just say you reap what you sow. You ask for it, you go on and take the licking. And boy, we got a lot of lickings. It was just too much. Oliver going back and forth with her. And then you got, Ray coming in. It took a lot. It took a lot away from the show. I didn't know that until I actually sat there one season. I think it was like the last, and it was just so much. It was just too much. And it just made me dislike Arrow, because they were going back and forth so much. Eventually, they end up together, but we all know that's not what we wanted. There was supposed to be a spinoff with Felicity and Oliver's daughter. Oh, thank God that shit didn't go through. Like heaven's Lord, like Jesus. Who God knows where that would have been. Canceled like everything else. And then Arrow started bringing in all these other characters too, and it just got too much there. It just got too much. Then you got to Black Lightning, which was a good show, but again, I understand what people say they were pushing agenda driven, and it was at times too. But still, I enjoyed that a hell of a lot more. But season 1 definitely, because it was a different show. Like it wasn't even connected, and you could tell it wasn't. Thank God. And then we got the Legends of Tomorrow. Superheroes of Doctor Who. I hated it. I just hated the time travel, and I hate they constantly made like a Doctor Who type of thing. It just didn't work for me. I just didn't care for it. They got enough seasons too. All these shows, say what you want about it. The president of the CW at the time, he really pushed these shows like these are our flagship shows. If you like it, cool. If you don't, it is what it is. But I really give the man credit. He really pushed these shows to the forefront, and these telling the fans these are our shows and these are this, and I give him credit for where credit's due. And there will be not another channel or network that would do what we did. I mean, Flash actually made it to CBS with Supergirl. That was kind of cool. The crossover events, how they all connected in 3 episodes, that was fucking awesome. You'll never see that shit again. So there was some good stuff and there was some bad stuff, but my thoughts on it, it was time for it to end. Not saying it was all bad, but you could tell they were running out of the ideas, and you could tell the writing was on the wall for most, and it just wasn't really. Let's just say all these shows. I think Arrow had the best ending, and Flash might have a better ending too. But it is what it is, so much. So, as always, guys, like, subscribe, peace. What do you think of the Arrowverse? Was the Arrowverse good to you, or was it mediocre? Comment below, let me know. As always, have a Johnson day. I'll see you guys in the next video.